Hi everybody. So today we're talking about measurement and we're kind of talking about common sense measurement, so to speak. So we know what a ruler is. We know what inches are. Have you ever had to measure something and you didn't have a ruler? Well, sometimes we can use our body parts to help us figure out approximately how big something is. So for instance, I have a ruler here to demonstrate to you that the distance, if you use your pointer finger, okay, and you're just measuring the top of this index finger, it's about an inch. It's not exactly an inch, but it's about an inch. So if I didn't have a ruler or a tape measure to use, I could, in theory, I could use this top part of my index finger, my pointer finger, and I could try to guesstimate how long something is in inches. All right, and I know that there are 12 inches in a foot, right? So the length of my ruler is actually 12 inches. There are 12 inches in a foot. Now, if I don't have a ruler, I can just use a sheet of paper. Most standard sheets of paper are 8.5 by 11 inches long. So I know that if something is about the length of a piece of paper, it's about a foot. Also, in our classroom, if you look at the floor, we have tiles, and each of those tiles is 12 inches long and 12 inches wide. So you think about it, you put your foot in there. It's about the size of a male's foot. If I have 3 feet, that is a yard. 3 feet, so 3 times 12, that's 36 inches. There are 36 inches or 3 feet in a yard. And when I think about a yard, I think about a baseball bat. A baseball bat is approximately 3 feet long or 1 yard long. Let's see, now another one for customary lengths is the mile. You know that 8 laps around our track at school is 1 mile. And basically, most people, if you're walking, you're not running, you're just walking a mile, it'll take you about 20 minutes. So if you think about that, how long it takes you to walk in 20 minutes, that's about a mile. All right, so let's switch gears. Let's think about volume, liquid volume. So in the customary measurement system, we use cups, and we know that there are 8 ounces in a cup. This is 1 cup, okay? So that's about, think of like a carton of milk at school, one of those little cartons of milk, okay? So we have cups, then we have pints. So a pint is worth 2 cups. So if I was going to pour 2 cups of water, what's 2 times 8, guys? Right, it's 16. So a pint is 16 ounces. A cup is 8 ounces. So I have my water bottle here, and it is about 16 ounces. Okay, so we have cups, we have pints, we have quarts. Okay, so a quart is about the size of a thing of coffee creamer, and there's 32 fluid ounces in here. Y'all can see that? 32 fluid ounces. Well, guess what that is? 8 times 4, right? 8 times 4 is 32. So we have 4 cups and a quart. We have 2 cups and a pint. So it would take 2 of these to fill up 1 of these. Make sense? Okay. And then, of course, We have a half a gallon next. A half a gallon. Ooh, this is heavy. All right, so a half a gallon of milk has how many cups in it? 8. 8 cups of milk and a half of a gallon. So how many cups of milk will be in a whole gallon? Right, 16. Good. So it's simple multiplication. We're starting with 8 ounces for a cup, 16 ounces for a pint, 32 ounces for a quart, 64 ounces for half of a gallon, and twice that for a whole gallon. So that would be 128 ounces for a gallon of liquid. Okay, so this is a gallon jug. This is a different shape, but it's still a gallon. Okay, so make sure that whenever you're using measurement that you're thinking about it in common sense terms, okay? So if somebody says, oh, I'm really thirsty, I could drink a gallon of water? Like, really? I don't think so. Not at one sitting. Maybe a pint, right? Or a cup. So try and think about these things whenever they're presenting word problems to you or scenarios. Does that make sense? I'm going to go for a jog. I'm going to jog a foot. Maybe a mile or half a mile, but we're not going to jog a foot, right? Okay, and lastly, we're going to talk about weight. Okay, so like let's say the weight of my pencil, that's about 1 ounce. Okay, it doesn't weigh very much. It's light. Okay, so 1 ounce. A lot of snacks come in like 1 ounce, like a granola bar. Here's a bag of a single size serving bag of popcorn. That's 1 ounce. Okay, so that's about the same size as, or same weight, I should say, as my pencil. You know, a granola bar. Pay attention to your snacks today. Look at the size. It'll say ounces. Let's see. Can y'all see this? Oop, upside down. It says it weighs 1 ounce. Okay, and you're also going to see over here in parentheses it says 28 grams. Ooh. Okay, so this is a different measurement system. It's called the metric system, and that's what they use like in Europe and other places. Here in the United States we use customary measurement, but we'll talk about metric a little bit later. Okay, so it takes 16 ounces to weigh 1 pound. 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. All right, so I have a big bag of popcorn here, and this one is 4 ounces. All right, so it would take 4 of these single servings in this giant bag. Well, it's not really giant, but a larger bag of popcorn. And again, you're going to see it says 4 ounces here, and then in parentheses, 113 grams. All right, so there's some more multiplication for you. So if it's 16 ounces in 1 pound, how many ounces are going to be in a 5-pound bag of flour? Okay, 5 pounds. How much is that in ounces? If there are 16 ounces in 1 pound, how many ounces are there in 5 pounds? Ooh. You get it? 16 times 5, right? 16 ounces. OZ is short for ounces, times 5 pounds. LB is short for pounds. Okay, so instead of writing out ounces and pounds, we can use shorthand. OZ, LB. All right, so what is this? Well, I know that 10 times 5 is 50, And then I know that 6 times 5 is 30. So if I put those two together, what do I get? Right. 80 ounces is equal to 5 pounds. So I challenge you to look around. If you're at home, look around your house to see what you can find that weighs about a pound. I will give you an example. A loaf of bread. A loaf of bread. You can look at things in your pantry, look at the ounces and see, are they close to 16 ounces? And that is a pound. If you have a scale, you can weigh yourself, see how much you weigh, convert that from pounds into ounces just by multiplying by 16. Okay? All right. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day. And I know that you guys got taller over spring break, so you could also measure your height if you can get somebody to help you with that. If you have a measuring tape, I'm curious to see how tall you are. Bye, guys.